1. 3 earthquakes hit Japan and Ecuador in a span of 4 days. Is Pacific Ring of Fire responsible for frequent earthquakes in Japan? GS Paper 1. Important geophysical phenomena such as earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclone, etc. What is the Ring of Fire and where is it located? The Ring of Fire is an area where a large number of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur in the basin of the Pacific Ocean. In a 40,000 kilometers, 25,000 miles, horseshoe shape, it is associated with a nearly continuous series of oceanic trenches, volcanic arcs, and volcanic belts and/or plate movements. About 90% of the world's earthquakes and 81% of the world's largest earthquakes occur along the Ring of Fire. Why is there a Ring of Fire? The Ring of Fire is a ring of volcanoes around the Pacific Ocean that result from subduction of oceanic plates beneath lighter continental plates. Most of the Earth's volcanoes are located around the Pacific Ring of Fire because that's the location of most of the Earth's subduction zones. A subduction zone is a place where one plate of oceanic lithosphere, equals the crust plus uppermost mantle, is shoved under another plate. Both Japan and Ecuador are on the seismically active Ring of Fire around the Pacific Ocean. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, this region has seen some of the largest earthquakes in the world, including the largest earthquake on record, the 1960 M9.5 earthquake in southern Chile. It is also home to over 75% of the world's active and dormant volcanoes. 2. In Maharashtra, where the sugar industry and politics are twined, drought is a man-made disaster. Is the prevailing water crisis in Maharashtra due to criminal mismanagement of available water resources? GS Paper 2. Government policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation. Distribution of rainfall last year in Maharashtra. Marathwada received 882 mm average rainfall, which was less than the national average of 1,100 mm. Yes, rains were deficient last year. In regions like Marathwada, which is facing an acute water scarcity, the shortfall was as much as 40%. Yes. It is also true that it was the second consecutive year that rains were scanty in some regions, including Marathwada. But that cannot be the sole reason for the situation the state finds itself in. How the water resources were misused in Maharashtra. Sugarcane is a water guzzler. Maharashtra is the second largest producer of sugar after Uttar Pradesh. But Maharashtra's sugarcane cultivation is in zones where water is extremely scarce. About 4% of farmed land in the state is under sugarcane cultivation. But the 4% of land under sugarcane cultivation consumes as much as 71.5% of irrigated water, including that from wells. The state never thought of putting a stop to the mushrooming of sugar mills, because they are either owned or controlled by the state's politicians. Maharashtra has the largest number of large dams in the country, as many as 1,845 large dams. In rural Maharashtra, a politician's might is measured by his or her ability to get a sugar cooperative along with facilities for the irrigation of sugarcane crop. This has, in many places, rendered agricultural land useless. No effort to introduce drip irrigation or sprinkler irrigation in the state, Despite the long history of inadequate rainfall and frequent droughts in the region, other measures like rooftop water storage and watershed management have also not been employed by the government. The farmers are not educated to refrain from planting water-intensive crops like sugarcane in drought period, which leads to all effort and money of farmers gone in vain. Conclusion. Experts warn that if corrective steps are not taken quickly, in the next 2 decades, the Marathwada region will become Maharashtra's first desert. This explains why the current drought in the state is more a man-made catastrophe than a natural one. Droughts don't hit us like tsunamis. They give enough warnings. Maharashtra is paying the price for ignoring those.